Oh, no.
History and climate of audio. Here he is, the one, the only, Josh.
Welcome to the show, everybody. My last episode, I don't think a single person listened to it, which I'm not surprised. And earlier today, I was thinking about it. I was listening to a Howard Stern clip I put on my YouTube channel, JoshJack, J-A-K, where Howard Stern goes at podcasting and says it's for losers unless you go to broadcasting school. And I started thinking about it. I was like, you know, not broadcasting school and like small little broadcast markets like out in Westchester and stuff. And I was thinking about it, and he's kind of right. I mean, unless you're famous already, or you have a totally different idea and you can network somehow, no one really listens to podcasts. I mean, I'm still going to do this podcast no matter what because I have nothing going on. I have no sex life. I don't have much friends. But yeah, it's he's kind of right pretty much. Anyways, it's Tuesday night here, and I'm just going to jump right over to the topical news because I don't have anything going on in my life. I was going to meet up for a woman from Craigslist, but it turns out she wanted 2 dicks. She wanted me to double team her with her sister's boyfriend, and I said, no thank you. Dave Chappelle had this great bit, 1 dick per fantasy role. My dick's the show. That's Dave Chappelle's bit, and so true. So, there's a photo of a breastercising mom. She's exercising while breastfeeding, and people are upset about that. I say as long as she doesn't drop the baby, hey, that's fine. Hugh Jackman has posted about the latest cancer scare. What happens when you don't wear sunscreen? A lot of gay guys want to fuck Hugh Jackman up his ass because he's very fit and has a beard. It's pretty creepy. Let's see what else is going on here, folks. What else do we have going on in the world? There's a Black Lives member posted a grim message on Facebook before performing suicide. Now, most black people don't kill themselves. I thought suicide was a white person thing. But this black guy took his life, which doesn't make sense because he was a Black Lives Matter activist. So why would he take his life? Isn't that kind of hypocritical in a sad way? Bachelor stars freak out over aggressive pigs. The female contestants were joining an activity with Bachelor Ben Higgins when some pigs started chasing them along the beach. Hilarious. And these chicks all are models. This is ridiculous. These chicks have no problem getting guys. No, I'm looking at 3 white girls right now. They're all young. They all look the same kind of. They're all young. They're all very pretty. They all have tan skin, and they're all manicured, and they're all wearing shorts, and they're all skinny and flat stomach. They're on this show just to get famous. They're all gorgeous. It's ridiculous. That is a show to go on. And they all get naked and shit. Howard Stern's the only guy I know that watches that show, by the way. And some people on my Facebook do. Unconventional diet McPherson swears by. She's 51 years old, looks 21. And look at this picture. Yeah, it does look like she's 51. She does look very young. That's pretty scary. I think that she's dying. There's no way she's 51. Model Florence Killer Curves in 2016 SI swimsuit. Ashley Graham snagged the honor of being one of those 5 rookies to grace the pages of 5 years iconic Sports Illustrated swimsuit issues. So if you want to see her steamy photos, Google it and jack off to it and let me know how it was. Did you come on your stomach in a tissue? There's a Family Feud answer going around. I don't know, Steve Harvey's kind of corny to me. I'm sorry, I think he's a good stand-up. It says, tell me another way to say mother. And what did she say? Nana. She said nana. Mommy, which was already been used. Not mommy, ma-me. So, yeah, I mean, I don't see why that should go viral. I mean, Family Feud it's a pretty cool show. I actually knew somebody who used to do comedy on that show recently. But, prosecutor busted for committing unlikely crime. Travis County Assistant District Attorney Erica Hansen, 37, was called by police early Sunday. What was she doing? Texas prosecutor busted for drinking and driving. Ooh. Deleted one app can greatly increase a phone battery life. What is that app? Want longer? Oh, this is for iPhones. Oh, man. Yeah, delete the Facebook. I was just thinking about that. My Facebook app drains my battery. And I really don't need to be on Facebook that much. I'm home like 80% of the time. I'm a loser. So, yeah, I'm thinking about deleting my Facebook app as well. I don't need to be on Facebook. If you want to sign into Facebook, log in manually. I saw a knockout video, this guy punching this old lady in the face, and it was the most disturbing thing I ever saw. It was so cringing and disgusting. Oh my god, it was so brutal. It was one of those videos you see on Facebook that you just, The controversy about Beyonce. Beyonce was in the Super Bowl, and she had a kind of like a militant Black Panthers outfit on, which is kind of like anti-police, next to armed guards. And, so it says, sales surge for one brand after Beyonce's hit song. So what brand started making profits? Red Lobster. So a lot of black people are like, I'm going to go after Red Lobster. Their sales increased by 33%. This Beyonce is a golden gem. Gigi Hadid poses totally nude in a magazine cover. She's best friend to Kendall Jenner. So she's famous for just being best friends with Kendall Jenner. My God. That's probably a prostitute, everybody. You heard my phone in the background? So it doesn't matter what I say. It's like doing a podcast in the woods. Once again, I'm talking to the podcast walls. But anything you hear in this episode will happen. I think this week I'm going to try to go to New York. That's right, to see the nightlife out there. I can't promise, but if I do, I'm going to bring my voice recorder and see if I can talk to some people. Most likely it won't happen because I'm a pussy. But anything else you hear happen on the show will happen. It's your favorite podcast show that you don't even listen to.
Okay, speaking of Josh Jacobo, are you with us?
Hey, how you guys doing?
All right, the great Josh Jacobo. Thank you for joining us.
No problem.
Okay. We give a round of applause. Come on,
yeah.
Woo! Josh, is there anything you want to say about your song? Wait, first let me ask you, how confident are you that you will win tonight's competition?
Well, I haven't been listening. Who are the judges?
It was me, Dan Friel, and Jeff Simmons.
Well, that seems like a pretty fair judging system. Well, I haven't heard the other two entries, so I've never ever won a comedy competition ever, even one like this where it's just for goofs. So I'm not confident at all.
This is just for goofs to you? You think this is just for goofs? This is for all the marbles. This is for all the marbles.
Of what?
You could put this on your resume.
My comedy resume?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, listen, it's the same three people in every contest. We need more competitors in order this to be a better competition.
It's not the same three. Sometimes there's only two.
That's true.
We have the least active listener base in all of radio.
Yeah, it's the only show where you actually have to message the people and beg them to do the parodies and check on them every single day in order for this to get done.
You're right. You don't tell a lie.
Steve, you should feel better because my podcast gets about 0 listeners. I had Rod.
Well, you know what we're going to do just as a favor to you because you're one of our favorite people. We're going to put the link to that episode on our fan page. How about we do that? Dan, we can do that, or don't take me out on Josh. Come on.
Yeah, no, I think we can do that. I'm all right with that.
Okay, and Josh, all right. Is there anything you want to say about your song before we hear it?
No, it took me about an hour and a half to do it, and I already put an intro in there explaining everything, so I guess I really don't need to talk that up. Just play it and, I guess, enjoy it.
All right, we'll do our best. Jeff?
Here's what happened on the last episode of the Passive Aggressive Hour.
There was a gal who was interested in doing improv, who agreed to go to a party with him, and great, fine, everybody's happy. She was happy to be there. The lights went out. She blew the guy. And she said, well, the train stopped running. That was her excuse, was that the train stopped running. If you blow a guy after the train stopped running, or if you need a place to stay, and you blow a guy for a couch, it's mouth rape? Is that the way this works?
Whoa! Yeah! Improv chicks are slutty, so slutty. Being harassed throughout the night. Are they all whores, or are they all bored? Shaking their tits, not a problem in sight. before the comedian seeming releasing. It isn't safe to take a step to train alone. Female harassment is running rampant from the improv sluts in this comedy scene. When the chick was sleeping, the rapey comedian was creeping. Won't take you home tonight, except the trains aren't running, so don't put up a fight. Won't take you home tonight, so put your head in my lap now. Feeling kinda rapey, feeling kinda rapey. Guys get horny around improv muff, they get creepy, sluts hate to sleep alone. Creeps need company when they get rapey. Septus not running, bitch, get ready to blow. The drunk chick is breathing, the one to Cosby her while sleeping. Won't take you home tonight, except the trains aren't running, so don't put up a fight. Won't take you home tonight, so put your head in my lap now. Feeling kinda rapey, feeling kinda rapey. I just wanna say happy Valentine's Day to all the improv ladies in the comedy scene. If any of you need a place to crash when the train stop running, call me. I'll only ask you 9 times for a blowjob. And then after the 9th time, I hope you suck it, or I'm gonna kick your ass out on the fucking street. Rape!
Josh Jagaboo.
Yes.
Wow. I want to go first because I want to say something that's very important to this song.
Sure.
I thought it was going to be when I saw the name of the song, but now that I've heard the song, I'm not sure. Not sure we'll be able to do this with it. But I know something that the other voters and most people do not know. We have a very good friend of the show called Joe Moore. He's a friend of ours. He's a very funny guy, and he's a friend of the show, one of our favorite people. And he's a huge fan of Eddie Money.
Okay. Nice. They make good points for that.
And he's going, you'll see about this. He's going to see Eddie Money this month, and I don't know how many times he's seen him. But I was talking to him a couple months ago. We're going to do an entire show coming up in March. Next month, Josh, entirely about Eddie Money. So you made a show reference without realizing how great a show reference you made a show reference to a show that hasn't even happened yet.
It's magical. It's absolutely magical.
So that's fantastic. And for that reason, look, you get a 10 for show relevance from me.
Ooh.
Song choice, 10, of course, for the same reason. Performance, 8, because, let's face it, come on. What are you trying to pull?
Yeah.
And arbitrary, also because of the show reference in advance, I gave you a 10 there. You have 38 for me, Josh.
Thank you, Steve. Thank you.
There we go. Dan Frill.
Josh, I thought that song was very, very sweet. I gave you a 7 for song choice, a 6 for relevance, 9 for performance, and a 6 in the arbitrary category for a grand total of 28.
All right.
Jeff Simmons.
Hey, I gave you a 10 for song choice. I actually really love that song. And out of all the song choices, I gave you the highest song choice. Performance, I didn't like some of the edits and cuts. You were very creative with the adding the past show audio. I gave you a 6 on that. But for show relevance, I gave you a 7 because I feel like you only touched on one subject that was talked about one time on the show, and I didn't know about the future reference before Steve said that. So I gave you a 7, and I gave you a 10 for the arbitrary because I thought it was very creative and funny. So that gives you a 33 for me.
Wow.
Okay. So that's 36.
Yeah, you just heard my entry for the passive-aggressive hour song parody, love show related, Valentine's Day, whatever the fuck it's called thing. And I am so bad at comedy, I can't even beat 2 other comedians who are just as bad at comedy as me in a 3-way contest. That's how bad I am. I knew I wasn't going to win, but I submitted an entry. Fuck it, who cares? For a topic they were talking about of an improv performer being quote-unquote forced to give a guy head when really she sucked his dick, and she felt guilty about it. Well, I'm going to New York tomorrow. I am planning out my trip right now. I'm trying to find a hostel. It's going to be freezing this weekend. I picked the worst time possible. It's going to be 18 degrees. Anyways, let's do it, folks. Let's get right to topical news. And I don't know what's going to happen in New York, but my cock will probably freeze off by the time you hear this episode. So, baby bouncer calls an internet riot. Would you ever put your baby in this bouncer? So I guess it bounces the baby around. Why not? Babies like to be tossed around. People toss their babies all around all the time. Vanna White regrets Playboy cover. I didn't want to be put on there. So did someone force her? Huh? Someone force her to show her old snatch? Is that what you're trying to say? New York City cop convicted in shooting death of a black man. It's an Asian guy. The jury found Peter Lang guilty of manslaughter Thursday after a bullet he fired ricocheted off a wall and fatally struck an unarmed man. Scene that unfolded in a dark stairwell. So once again, these cops are killing the black man. The innocent black man. Meryl Streep's film Diversity remarks calls an outrage of lack of diversity in the juror of the Berlin National Film Festival Thursday. Her response is jar criticism. Answers about Africans sparks. You're a white person, you can't talk about race, you get everybody offended. There's a retailer that's going to close 50 stores. Oh, Sears and Kmart. Yeah, I really don't shop at Sears or Kmart, like most people. People go to Walmart now. Who needs Sears and Kmart when you have Walmart, you have Target, right? Who cares? Uh-oh. The Taylor Swift beef is back on with Kanye. I thought they were cool, I guess not. Kanye West launches a scathing insult at T Swift. The most buzz about moment on West's album on Thursday. Taylor Swift during one of his songs. So I thought they were cool, but now he's talking shit again. So he just doesn't like her because she's a white woman and he thinks Beyonce should be the best of all time. And he says, I think you all just think because I'm rich and famous that shit is easy. Alright, so I don't know what he said here. But, yeah, whatever. He's a fucking hater, man. He's a fucking hater. Camera catches mob wife star give a woman a brutal beating. Alright. That will be edited out. At least 52 people were killed in a violent prison riot. Dozens of inmates and guards reportedly dead after bystanders heard gunshots and a fire broke out in the prison early Thursday morning. There was a fatal brawl. And that's usually what happens. People get killed in a brawl. A brouhaha, as they call it. Families find inside of a salad bag will make you gag. One family got the fright of a lifetime when they spotted an unwelcome guest nearly concealed with the greens they had purchased. Disgust and surprise hide it in a package. What did they find inside their salad mix? It was a spider. Alright, so that's not all for this episode. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm leaving Friday afternoon. I'll be getting to New York around 3 something. I'm going to try to do this open mic. Not sure if it's going to happen or not, but I'm going to try if they pick me or whatever, how it works. And then I'm going to hang out with some dude. I'm going to post some ads on Craigslist. I'm trying to meet as many people as possible. Blah, blah, blah. But yeah, I'm going to try to get some. It's going to be very cold outside, so I probably won't get any, sober drunk commentary. But nonetheless, I maybe will just be droning on in my voice recorder. Anyways, just keep listening and find out what happens next.
Hello?
Yes, I need someone to talk to.
You need someone to talk to?
Yes.
Yes, I'm one of the priests here.
Oh, hi.
What could I do for you?
Well, my name's Tommy, and I'm feeling really depressed, and there's nobody around for me to talk to.
I know. Yeah, I covered. Yeah, and
My mom, I only live with my mom, and she's in the hospital right now, and
and this time your mom is in the hospital. I understand. Yeah.
yeah, it's thought to be.
I just wanted to know how you came to know about our number.
I thought I didn't really need somebody to talk to. I haven't talked to somebody about 4 days.
Right, so you have not talking to anybody for 4 days.
Yes, I mean, I'm only in 2nd grade, but the kids in school, they're kind of mean to me. I don't really have any friends.
Oh, I understand. Yeah.
They tease me, and sometimes they pinch my nipples.
Oh, the 2nd grade children come to your place?
No, I mean, they just don't talk to me, and they think I'm weird and stuff like that.
Where do you meet the 2nd grade children?
Well, they're in my class.
Oh, I see. How old are you?
I'm only 7.
Oh, you're only 7?
Yes.
Oh, I sorry. I understand. You sounded like, have you got a cold or something?
Yes.
That's why. You sounded older. That's why I did not know.
Oh, well, I mean, I'm also sick, and, I got a lot of problems going on. I'm so stressed.
Why is that?
They're mean to me. They tease me, and they say I smell funny, and they pinch my nipples.
And the teachers don't know about it?
They do know, but I mean, they can't stop the kids. They don't sit with me, and they tell people my booty smells funny.
Oh, I see. Nobody takes any action on that. They should not. All right, understand.
Yeah, and I went to another church, but I like the priest. He scared me.
Right. Are you a Catholic?
Yes.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah, he scared me really bad, this priest. And,
why did he scare you?
Well, I mean, he put his hand on my shoulder. And, he came out of the confession booth, and he put his hand on my shoulder, and then he said he would bless me and stuff. And he made me feel really uncomfortable. I didn't like it.
Oh, I see. By putting the hand on the shoulder should not. Okay, I understand.
Then I talked to my mom about it, and then she said, "Where else did he touch you at?" And I told him that he tried to put his hand on my leg, and I didn't even know that was allowed.
I don't know. Yeah. Okay.
And after I talked to her, she said that, that she thought that maybe he molested me. Yeah, but I mean, what do I do if the priest really did sexually molest me?
You ask your mom about it, okay?
Yeah, but I mean, I didn't think I thought they're supposed to, help you. I didn't think they're supposed to touch you like that.
I don't know. I cannot tell you anything about that. How can I say anything about it now? You ask your mom about it, okay? You follow your mom's advice.
I don't know why somebody could do that to a poor child.
Yeah, you don't sound like it. Again, the voice is so different. You don't. Yeah.
No, I'm just my voice is very sick.
I don't know. I don't. You told me. On the shoulder. I don't know.
Yeah, because I thought that they weren't allowed to date and stuff. But I don't know why they could do that to a child.
Yeah, you talk to your mom, and when she comes. And then she follow her advice, okay?
Yeah, I mean...
All right. I will give you a blessing now.
You guys don't...
What's your name?
My name's Tommy, but...
Tommy?
Tommy.
Okay. All right, now somebody's waiting for me. I have to go. I'll give you a blessing, okay?
You're not going to touch a child yourself, are you, sir?
No, I don't touch anybody.
Oh, good, because you sound like a really great guy, but the other guy, he's bad.
That is not mine.
There are bad priests out there.
I know. All are not bad.
Some of them are bad.
Oh, okay. So I see you. You say the prayer and I'll give the blessing.
Some of them are baby touchers.
Okay, all right. May Almighty God bless you, the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit come upon you, remain with you now and forever. Amen. Okay, Toby, and nice speaking with you. I hope your mother will come back.
Oh, okay. I'll just go kill myself now.
Oh, okay, bye.
All right, gonna wrap this episode up here. It's Sunday night. I recently got back from my little trip to New York City. It's only 2 hours away, so it's not like I did anything heroic. It's not like I went all the way across the world. I wanted to go to Miami, but I've been a pussy over that, So long story short, Friday I got to New York around 3-something p.m. I went to this open mic. It was called the Laughing Buddha in the East Village, and you have to pay $5 to get on. And I bought an $8 beer, which you didn't have to buy, but so I spent $13 plus a cab ride to get up there. And it was in the basement, and it was really nice. It was semi-supportive. There was 2 audience members, like most open mics. I did 5 minutes off the top of my head. It was fun. And then I checked into my hostel. That's right, just like the movie Hostel. Unfortunately, nobody bidded on me to kill me. That would have been nice. My body's not worth a Campbell's soup. And it was pretty cool. They had a pool table. They had a theater. It was like $60 a night. It was in Manhattan. And it was pretty cool. And then it was awkward because I go inside my dorm. The cheapest dorm I could find was a 4-guy dorm. And I went in there. And there was a Chinese guy who slept the entire time. Either he worked a 3-day shift or a 7-day shift and he was extremely tired, or he was sick. I don't know. And there was 2 other guys in there. Nobody spoke to anybody. And they have a locker, and I put my stuff in there, and I only went in there when I slept. Anyway, long story short, I hung out with these 2 guys off this pickup website Friday night. We went to this place called the Brass Monkey. And that place was titled after the hit Beastie Boys song, I guess, Brass Monkey. And we went to some other places and hit up some chicks. And eventually they got tired of me. One of the guys actually I knew from Philly years ago. Anyways, long story short, they got tired of me, I guess. They didn't want to hang out with me because I guess I don't know. They didn't like me, and they just split on me, which was, fine. I didn't care. And then I went back to my hostel dorm, and I slept for a few hours. And then I got up, and then Saturday, I went to this place called The Creek in the Cave, which I've heard about on podcast shows. They had an open mic there Saturday at 4 o'clock. So I got there, and I signed up, and I got right on, which was nice. I was number 5. I got some good laughs. It was a nice, supportive room. And then I went back to my hostel and chilled. I had some Indian food. They put a little curry on there or something like that. I'm lucky I didn't get diarrhea, but I farted and burned my asshole. And then I hung out with this guy off a pickup website. When I say pickup, the pickup girls. We hung out in Union Square area and Lower East Side, I guess. And he showed me around, and we had a beer, and he had to get up early. And then randomly, I ran into this guy named Alan, who I used to hang out with in Philly, this Asian guy, years ago. It's a small world, everybody. New York's a big place, and I ran into this guy. So we talked and everything, and he showed me around some places, and I lap danced this big fat Puerto Rican chick, and then he had to get up early, so I went back to my dorm. I got back to Philly today around 2. And that's it. That's the boring story of my trip to New York. I had a good time. I'm glad I did it. I plan to go back again to do some more open mics and harass more girls. The girls there are smoking hot. Well, folks, anyways, I'm going to wrap this episode up with some odd and topical news, which is pretty much 90% of the show. I did go out Friday and Saturday night. I did not get any drunk sober commentary because, of course, it was Arctic Chills. Ooh. So yeah, let's get right to the odd and topical weird news, and then we'll wrap this episode up. I don't know what's been going on the last 2 days. I don't know, everybody. I've been partying like it's 1999. Remember 1999, everybody? Cotton candy machines could one day be used for making artificial organs. So look forward to that. Can you imagine that? That's how, some people are sweet. Alright, that was a bad joke. I might tell that joke on stage just to bomb. Matt Rayner, high seniors charged with raping 2 15-year-old classmates. Oh my. Ted Cruz, Obama shouldn't appoint Justice Scalia's successor. So I don't know who the successor is, but somebody posted on my Facebook, I think it was Eric Todd, that he kind of looks like Tony Soprano. And speaking of this guy, it says, cause of justice, Antonin Scalia's death released. Oh, he just passed away, I think. A television station in Texas reported Sunday circumstantially up to the 79-year-old U.S. Supreme Court Justice death this weekend. So that's why he's... And they're still talking about the GOP winners and the debates and the whole thing. I'm getting bored of talking about that. Peyton Manning suffers major dent to Sterling image. He took a hit when he was cited in a lawsuit filed by 6 former female students against the University of Tennessee. Shocking accusations against him. Let me guess, he sent a dick pic, right? Isn't that what guys are doing? You know, my dick is not impressive, so I choose not to send it. Today's Valentine's Day. I did not get laid when I was in New York, but that I was very surprised. Kanye West makes a shocking reveal about debt he's in. One of the most successful musicians in the world. Is he really a musician, though? I think that's kind of he's a producer, so I guess. He says he's $1 million in debt. Unbelievable amounts that he owes. Now, he says, I'm $53 million in debt. Now, first of all, do you believe that? I don't know. Because I understand that some people don't pay their taxes. But it says, here's his Twitter. I write this to you, my brothers. Wait. Can this guy spell? I write this to you, my brothers, while still $53 million in my personal debt. Please pray we overcome. So we should all pray in the world that this stupid, ignorant dummy didn't pay his taxes. So, will Kim Kardashian still stay with him? Is this going to be the end? She just had a kid. I'm pretty sure she will. I mean, you know what? Why doesn't Kim Kardashian pay off the $53 million? You know what I mean? Why not? I mean, she's only with him for the money anyways, right? She's got to have $53 million. She makes so much money. She makes like $400 million a year. So, she'll pay it off. Don't worry. There's an instant windshield defrost trick that will save you winter. Will they give this away? Defrost your windshield trick is magic. And it's you use rubbing alcohol. And it says... Yeah, he explains why this guy. You use some rubbing alcohol and water. So that's how you do it. You take one third of water and 2/3 of rubbing alcohol, and you just put it in a spray bottle and just spray it on your windshield. So there you go. So yeah, you don't want to waste gas. So this guy is a gem, everybody. Jealous woman goes ballistic on cheating boyfriend. What happened when she caught him? And it shows a woman on top of this guy's car with a broken windshield. So she, I think some of these are staged because it's so when you stage something, it's so easy to have a more viral video. You know, I wouldn't be surprised. Let's see. Teacher arrested for love with 15-year-old student. 29-year-old Elena Luang. Oh, that's a woman. I thought it was a guy. She faces several charges after her victim's father found messages indicated an inflict relationship was taking place. So this woman, so once again, another woman. She's not hot though. She's in love with a 15-year-old. I think a boy. Might be a girl, but I think it's a boy. All right, let's get to the odd news, the weird news, strange news, stuff that's going on in the world. Let's do that. A cat in a paint roller proves sometimes you just gotta roll with it. And it just shows a cute little kitty inside a paint roller. And this guy, he's pushing the cat around and the cat's loving it. That's cute. Arnold Schwarzenegger's Snapchat game is just too strong. So what is this? When everyone does Arnold Schwarzenegger impressions? It says, did Arnold Schwarzenegger just win Snapchat? It says, the single greatest Snapchat of all time. Thank you, Mr. Oh, so, he says, get to the chopper. Oh, so he's doing like an impression of himself. Alright, that's cool. He gets that, you know, that's a classic line. Get to the chopper. Everybody's gotta get down. I can't do a good Arnold, but... Watch Hero. Passers-by and drag mom and child out of a sinking car. That's not weird news. This prankster keeps throwing eggs to his unsuspected mom. So he's just tossing eggs and his mom is freaking out. That's pretty weird. Doritos roses are the only Valentine's Day worth giving. It shows a bunch of Doritos stocked in a vase. Jerry Springer reminisces about the guest who cut off his own penis. Man blames 10th drunk driving charge on his beer-battered fish. College student wants people to eat Chick-fil-A and ketchup off her body. Yum. This clown was accused of a DUI. He just had a few drinks. No, it wasn't Yucko the clown. Another clown. No sense crying over a truckload of milk spilled on Texas highway, so there's a bunch of milk on the highway. A man accused of a tossing gator into a Wendy's drive-thru window. So a man just tossed a gator at them. Oh snap, slow-mo guy puts tongue in a mouse trap. That's some jackass shit. Well, folks, that's it for the show. I know it was another lame, plain Jane episode. But, yeah, I was too cold out to do anything, and I went on a little trip there. So, I will see you guys on the next one. Yes, I'm still doing this podcast for some reason. Bye for now.
You have just listened to the world's most awful podcast show, JoshCast.